Hey there, welcome back to another video. This is episode 2 of my DIY operating system on my Arduino. Now, just a heads up, I'm probably not going to be showing my face in this one because the last video was more like hypothetical. In this video, I'm actually doing things, so I'm not really going to be standing in front of like a red sheet that's acting like a green screen type thing, and just talking. I'm actually going to be doing some stuff and showing you some cool things, and don't mind the boxes of glasses in the background. They're just chilling, so ignore them. Just a quick recap. Last episode I showed you guys this, which is an Arduino, and I was sort of explaining, how this would sort of work. Not really the specifics though. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, now that we're done with the intro that for some reason still has the old logo, I'm not changing it, bite me. There's going to be two main parts of this video. The first part is going to be talking about user input, and the second part is going to be talking about my own programming language that's going to be built into the operating system, sort of how, like, quite a while ago, well, even still now, some Linux distros include Python or C, like, inside of it, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say. So, the first part of the video is going to be about the user input, and you can skip ahead if you just want to skip about that. But let's get into it. So, the way that the user input is going to work is that this operating system is text-based, so I'm going to need a keyboard. But since this thing, being the beefy boy that it is, only has 8 kilobytes of RAM, I'm gonna need to make do. So, using a USB keyboard is gonna need a shield anyway, so that's out of the question. And a PS2 keyboard I'm going to have to buy and then install libraries on this, which again is probably going to take too much memory up. So what I'm doing is a very, very rudimentary approach, but I'm just going to hardwire each key to one digital pin, because this is the Mega and it's got 53 pins. So I think if I don't know, scale down the keyboard to about 30 keys, I should be able to fit that in. We can discuss later how I'm going to do that though. So let me show you a few of my prototypes of different keys that I was making. So the first one that I made was this. As you can see inside here, there were 3 little posts, but they broke off because I made them too thin. And this is the key part itself, which just kind of fits in, but there's no spring and it doesn't really work. And I don't know what these were for. Anyway, so that one was a bit out of the question. The second prototype I made was this, and inside it I made a beveled, I put bevels on the bottom of this post and made it slightly thicker, and I redid the top part of the key to make it a little a little easier to use. It's a bit nicer too, so that worked a bit better, but I still had a problem. That still happened. So the next thing that I did is I made this, which also has 2 parts, but there is a third part, which is this one right here, this little cover. So what you would do is you'd put this in here and this on there, and it would stop it from coming out. that was that prototype. That's the third prototype before I actually made my final iteration, which, if I just move all of that to the side, was this. So, you take the bottom, which is the same as this one here. The difference between these two prototype ones is one of them has a higher middle pin, which helps. So, I take this one, what I do is I put on a pen spring. So, that just fits onto there. And then on goes the key with the cut on the bottom. So that pops into there. And then a little cover on the top to stop it from coming out. That is my key. But how, you probably are asking, I don't know, I can't see you or hear you or know what you look like, but you may be asking, how is this even supposed to translate to this? I mean, what is the electronic components? Well, my friend, I shall answer that. These two holes at the bottom of here are actually for nails to go through. So you go nail 1, nail 2. And this is all going to be mounted on, it's going to be mounted on wood. It's going to be mounted on a wood platform. That's going to be thinner than the nails, so the nails poke out the bottom. So what happens is nail, that goes through there. Then you put the top of the key on, but the top of the key actually is going to have some nice double-sided tape here, with this still cut out, but still some double-sided tape, and some conductive aluminium foil on the top there, which when you then press down, it shorts between the two nails. So one end of the nail goes to the VCC, the 5 volt, and the other end of the nail goes to whatever pin corresponds to that specific key. So that's basically how that's gonna work. And I have quite a few of them so far. I think I have 8 at the moment, and I actually have another 4 3D printing as I speak. So that is probably going to take a little while because my 3D printer is quite slow. But it's getting there. Also, this is what I have to lean my phone on. It's an old Milo can and a water bottle. Okay, I'm sorry. It's what I have to make do with. Okay, it's what I have to make do with.